Good day, dear students. I am Ma'am Janine Ozalan, your homeroom guidance teacher. And now we will discuss a new lesson. The lesson is in quarter 3, module 14. And the title is The Responsible Me. For the learner, as part of examining your life while trying to adjust to the new normal, it is important to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. Doing it will help you with the adjustments that will need for the next stage of your life. This could help you understand the things that happen around you and to effectively deal with different challenges. This module is composed of different tasks as a reflection on how you handle the demands of life. This could help you understand the things that are happening around you and for you to be able to stay effective in dealing with different challenges. Work on the task seriously. Seek help if you believe you need to. Remember, in life, there are things that we cannot control. There will be negative events that will challenge our positive dispositions. However, let us not be disheartened. We have the means on how to overcome it. You have that in you. Embark on this journey of overcoming your weaknesses and optimizing your strengths and transforming into a better version of yourself. This self-learning module consists of 6 interactive tasks, which are follows. Let's try this, which will help you to get ready to learn. Let's explore this, which will guide you towards what you need to learn. Keep in mind, which will give you the lessons that you need to learn and understand. You can do it, which will help you apply the lessons learned in daily activities. What I have learned, which will test and evaluate your learning. And lastly, share your thoughts and feelings, which will help you express your thoughts, your opinions, and feelings. After going through this module, you are expected to, first, evaluate the significance of assuming responsibility. Second, analyze the possible and helpful ways of solving problems to different challenges in life. Third, promote positive skills in responding to challenges and difficulties in everyday living. And fourth, identify conditions or situations where sound problem-solving skills can be employed. In this module, we need to prepare. We need some materials needed. We need Manila paper, pen or pencil, and a masking tape. As an introduction, this module aims to develop the value of caring for yourself and others starting from an early age, for you to become a more responsible and productive member of the community, especially in these trying times. Likewise, this module focuses on encouraging you to assume duties and responsibilities for yourself, family, friends, neighbors, organization, community, and society. Every individual encounters various problems, issues, and challenges that are complex, and one of these is the lack of ideas or knowledge on how to find solutions about getting stuck in this COVID-19 situation. In this session, you will be equipped with the basic skills on how to address everyday problems in a more practical and appropriate way. This module will also help you deal with difficulties by observing and practicing basic steps in solving everyday problems. Moreover, you will be exposed to activities that will help you think creatively and resourcefully in dealing with your everyday routines and tasks. This will help you to be equipped and prepared with knowledge and skills which you can apply to overcome the challenges that you can encounter daily. Now, let's try this. Me and my responsibilities. Ask somebody from your family to help you in accomplishing the chart, indicating different categories of life like self, family, friends, neighbors, organization, community, society, and environment. Copy the chart below on a clean sheet of paper and write what you perceive as your duties and responsibilities in each category. Let us answer the processing questions. Number 1. How do you find the activity? Number 2. Was it difficult to write down your responsibilities? Why? Why not? Number 3. In which category do you feel you have the most responsibilities? Explain. Let us move to the next activity. Let's explore this. You are going to rank the posted categories on each branch of the tree. The category for which you feel the greatest should be written on the highest branch and the least should be on the lowest branch of the tree. Lastly, you identify and write down below how they demonstrate and fulfill their duties and responsibilities for each category. You may now write your answer on the responsibility tree. Let us answer the processing question. 1. How did you feel while ranking the different categories of life? 2. Which experiences related to performing one's responsibilities help in shaping who you are at present? 3. Why is it important to perform one's responsibilities? I know you are doing great. Let us move on to the activity number 2, the responsible I am. You are going to complete the table below by filling in the 3 columns. First is the challenges met in life, how these challenges are solved, and try to evaluate yourself. And then, identify what are the positive skills developed in which are very helpful in dealing with more responsibilities in life in the future. Great job! Now, you have to keep in mind that physical changes are not the only indicators that a young person like you is starting to grow. Another sure indicator that you are starting to grow is when you start to have responsibilities of your own. You may recall that when you were young, household chores that were manageable for your age were given to you by your parents or guardians. You may have been given the responsibility to feed your house pet, sweep the floor, or fold clean clothes. As you approach young adulthood, you will realize that your responsibilities increase. During this time of global health crisis, our responsibilities for ourselves and for others become amplified. Strict observance of the guidelines for proper hand washing, wearing of face mask and face shield, and observation of physical distancing must always be done. When we do our best to perform our responsibilities, we demonstrate positive skills that we as well as others can use to address everyday life challenges and difficulties. Taking responsibilities seriously is a great step towards becoming a problem solver. Below are engaging ways for you to nurture your commitment to your responsibilities. Let us use the word responsible. R. Reflect on the situation. You can choose to put the situation into words, such as by writing about it in your journal or by verbalizing it to yourself or someone you trust. Think about your situation and the benefits that you and others can get if you will act responsibly. E. Evaluate all realistic scenarios, good or bad. Acting responsibly and problem solving become effortless when you are aware about the possible scenarios that can happen. Simplify your situation. Sometimes we worry too much about our situations because we think of them as being overly complex. However, when we start to explore the big picture, we will start to realize that the situation is manageable after all, and it is not something that cannot be solved by a simple act of responsibility or problem solving. Letter P. Put into practice your great ideas. Ideas, no matter how great, will only remain ideas if this will not be applied. Application is important as we choose to become more and more responsible. At the end of the day, the goal is for you to be responsible even without other people's influence. Letter O. Opt to gather information about the situation. When you are equipped with the right information, you can perform your responsibilities better because you see the benefits that can be derived from it. Letter N. Navigate your situation. Remember to be always in control of the situation, no matter how new it may appear. To make your responsibilities in life bearable, no matter what, think of life situation as something that you have to traverse. With the right frame of mind, you are on your way to becoming a more responsible you. Letter S. Stress management. Start to manage your stress at a young age. The most practical way that you can do this is to practice a healthy lifestyle. Get enough sleep, eat healthy, keep active, and be kind to yourself and to others. When you can manage your stress, you become more capable of performing your responsibilities and solving problems. Letter I. Independent thinking. While it is imperative to consider other people's opinions and beliefs, being confident in yourself is just as important. There will be many moments in your life in which your own decision, your own judgment call, your own resolve will be the only things that will matter. Letter B. Be ready to be committed. Responsibilities are not superficial tasks that we can choose to do whenever we want or forgo when it is no longer convenient for us. When we have responsibilities to perform, we have to make sure that we can live up to it. Letter L. Learn at all times. A responsible person is not just able to help himself or herself and others just because he or she is a great problem solver. A responsible person craves learning whenever possible. He or she is not afraid to encounter difficult situations for as long as it is an opportunity to learn. Letter E. Eagerness for service. When you have planted in your heart the seed of responsibility, you have to understand that you are not only acting responsibly for yourself but also for others. A person who does not have any concern for others will not mind his or her responsibilities. Knowing the engaging ways for you to nurture your commitment to your responsibilities, I know you can do it. Let us do the model citizen. Read the stories of two inspiring citizens who were able to transform difficult situations into successes which are truly worth learning from. Let us read the story of Claire Ann Taboy. As a grade 6 student at Pagudpud South Central Elementary School in Ilocos Norte, Claire spends her weekends to sell lumpiang Shanghai on the streets to earn money for her and her siblings' school allowance. Claire's mother cooks the lumpia, which the former sells around their neighborhood with the help of her father, who is a tricycle driver. Claire does not mind the scorching heat of the sun or the tempting laughter of her friends playing outdoor games because for Claire, her priority is to help her family. Poverty does not deter young Claire from maintaining a good standing in class. Claire joined the campus journalism and was in fact a National Schools Press Conference or NSPC qualifier. At first, Claire's parents were hesitant to let her join the event because the family has difficulty making ends meet. But with the support of her school, coaches, and other stakeholders, Claire made it to the national level. For Claire, joining the NSPC was a dream come true, and she believed that she brought honor to her school and family. Claire, despite the hardships in life, will continue to write and help her family by persevering. Now, let us read the story of Jariel Andino. Jariel was a deaf participant of the 2019 National Festival of Talents, or NFOT. His success in the Division and Regional Festival of Talents became known, and he has given the rare opportunity to represent the Caraga region in the Technolympics event of the NFOT. The sound of silence helps Jariel focus on the task at hand and complete his work on time. His trainer, Francita Monoy, found coaching Jariel challenging, especially with their means of communication. Jariel learned sign language in elementary at the age of 16 through the help of his special education SPED teacher, Sharon Rose Puyo. Monoy saw a great potential in Jariel that she decided to learn sign language herself so they can communicate effectively. Monoy observes Jariel's interest in writings even as an elementary pupil. Because of his diligence, Jariel learned electrical wiring installation fast. Jariel moved on to enroll as a senior high school student at Cabadbaran City National High School. At 24 years old, Jariel lives with his mother and sister in Agusan del Norte, and his limited communication did not become a barrier for him to find a girlfriend. After hearing different story of two different people, I want you to identify one person in your family whom you think has a good characteristic in becoming successful in his or her studies. It could be your parent, guardian, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, neighbor, a teacher, school personnel, fellow learner, or someone in your community. Let us now answer the processing questions. Number 1. What can you say about the two inspiring citizens in the activity as well as your model citizen in your family? Number 2. What characteristics do you think that they have that enabled them to be successful even during a difficult situation? Number 3. Do you want to be like them? Why? Or why not? If yes, how? Now, let us move on what you have learned. Bridging the gaps. You will design ways of becoming a responsible learner by accomplishing the worksheet below on a clean sheet of paper or bond paper. Let us answer the questions inside the table. What are my responsibilities? What have I done to fully perform my responsibilities? What should I improve to become a responsible person who responds to life's changes positively? And lastly, how will I do these improvements for self and others? Job well done! Now, I am sure that you can share your thoughts and your feelings. On a sheet of paper, answer the given question below. How did your experience about the COVID-19 pandemic become beneficial to you? As I end our lesson, I want to share the quote of Robert Welch. The real freedom of any individual can always be measured by the amount of responsibility which he must assume for his own welfare and security. That's all for today. I hope you learned something. Thank you and God bless.